Alright, I got a couple stories here. I didn't want to do individual videos because these stories just aren't that big of a deal, to be quite honest. This is from Gizmodo. Marvel demands Reddit expose Redditors behind the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania script leak. It was leaked a month before. Technically, it wasn't an actual script, as it says down here. But basically, Marvel filed a DMCA subpoena application to try to expose the leakers, find out who they are. The script, quote unquote, in question is actually a 63-page long transcript of dialogue from the movie, not the movie's actual script. But it was posted up like a month before release. The thing is, Marvel's just flailing because I don't think this had anything to do whatsoever with the success or failure of the movie. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say nothing whatsoever. It might have influenced a few people to not go see it or whatever, but I don't really think that people are going to be like, "Oh, did you hear what happened on Reddit? You know, blah blah blah. I'm not going to go see the movie now." It's like, you're probably talking a couple hundred people or something at most. I mean, like, realistically speaking, like, what are we doing here? And they're trying to sue. It's just you're flailing because the movie just didn't do as well as you had hoped, or whatever. It's like, come on. Got a story here from Deadline. Willow canceled after one season on Disney Plus. No surprise there. Real quick, both of these are on archive. That's how I always get my stories. Whoever had archived this had accidentally left this thing in the way. That's just a picture of Warwick Davis from the series. There will be no second season of Willow, Disney Plus's live-action original series based on the 1988 fantasy film directed by Ron Howard. The news comes 2 months after the 8-episode first season of the show, which served as a sequel to the classic movie, ended its run on the streaming platform. Willow, which picked up years after the events of the film, did not have the zeitgeist cultural impact of the original, but was well received by critics, getting up 83% on Rotten Tomatoes, which basically tells you everything you need to know right there about the critics, that the fans, because, did you hear anything about Willow? I mean, like in the news or whatever, you didn't hear shit about it. I mean, at least as far as I know. I mean, I didn't see anything. Not that I'm exactly trolling around on these entertainment sites and stuff, but you basically didn't see much of anything. It was ridiculous. But the critics, they loved it. There was parts of the series and stuff. I haven't seen it really. I mean, I've seen like clips of it and stuff. I was not a fan. It just didn't seem good. But I guess apparently some people are saying that you could see modern clothing on people and stuff, and the story just sounds stupid. It just sounds idiotic. Like, I wasn't a huge fan of the original Willow. So I mean, it's not like it held some kind of, deep nostalgia for me or whatever, but, meh. There's just too much of this shit. And that's one of the reasons why Disney's going to kind of slow down a lot of these shows and stuff, or at least their frequency at which they come out, because it's getting to the point where things are just coming out, and they're not good enough. That's one of the problems. It's like, there's too many of them. You could argue. Although some would argue not enough, because some people want new stuff all the time, I suppose, no matter the quality. Which, I mean, hey, that's fair. But the quality's not very good. You're getting arguably too many of them. Although with Willow, not so much. But this is more having to do with, like, Star Wars and Marvel and stuff. But the biggest problem to me is just the quality, but then you got too much of it. And you're like, what's going on here? It's too slow paced, because a lot of these shows are just too slow paced. And like I said, I can't speak for Willow, because I've heard some people say it is too slow paced, and I hear other people say some of the stuff is so nonsense, that it doesn't make any sense, basically. You're like, what the fuck is going on? Anyway, yeah, like I said, I didn't want to make individual videos about this, because, quite frankly, who cares? Willow's canceled. It come and went like a wet fart, leaving behind nothing but damage, I guess. If you were a fan of the original movie and stuff, you're probably not too happy. Although the critics liked it, that's the good news. And then the same with like the Marvel and the Reddit, wanting to expose the Redditors and stuff. Come on, dude, that ain't gonna do nothing. It ain't gonna make your next movie successful. Just make them better. Period. Anyway, I'll go ahead and wrap it up here, though. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.